Hey everybody, Wandering Kid here, and a brand new day is dawning here in our world of SubNautica. We recently wandered over to the floating island after seeing Keen's last message, and now we're going to go start wandering around, seeing what we can find out about this place. So there's a couple of cave crawlers running around. There's plenty of stuff to sit around and scan up as you go through. Java clumps, voxel shrubs, speckled rattlers, etc., etc. So plenty of new flora to go find. Not too much in the fauna area, thankfully, just those cave guys. And there's a lot of area to go wander around it. We're going to go wander up this way. I'm hoping to see some bulbo shrubs as we wander. What do we got here? Ah! Okay, so some Ming plants. And there's my bulba tree. Bulba trees are handy little things. They will keep you from going crazy out here. If we wander over, they'll give you 8 food and 10 water. And we're going to take a sample of that to take off with us. Why? I'll explain it to you another time. In the meanwhile, we're wandering around and we need to go find out about the Aurora rendezvous point down here. I'm just kind of wandering through, taking a look at the local scenery. Alright, so down here there's a path. It looks like it's around the other side of the island, but this one works too. So over there. There we go. Let's head over. So, point of interest. As you approach this rendezvous point, if you look down, there's a way in through all of the floaters into this little lagoon area that you could come in and park your ship at. Here's our PDA.
Integrating new PDA data.
We have to board the Aurora, repair the long-range comms, make contact with the other survivors. We can't be the only 2 that made it.
Those are not the orders the captain gave me, and they are not the orders I'm giving you.
This isn't chain of command, it's survival.
My obligations as acting commander don't turn on their convenience. Get out of the water.
If I get into trouble, I'll send you my coordinates.
I can't let you go alone.
Then come with me.
You don't leave me much choice.
Received emergency transmission from Second Officer Keen, 2 hours after last activity.
Rendezvous was a failure. Intercepted a transmission from Altera HQ. Seems they sent a data package to the Aurora. We were intercepted by a Leviathan-class predator before we could reach the ship. Consider the CTO and I lost at sea. Be safe. Keen. Out.
So, if you caught all that, basically they went into the water, they were trying to save people. It didn't work. 2 hours later, Keen came back and found out that they had received a transmission from the Aurora, but they couldn't get to it. And the part that you're interested in is here. They sent a data package to the Aurora. We're intercepted by a Leviathan, aka a Reaper. We already saw one eat one of my ships. The CTO is lost, and so is Keen. So, goodbye. Nice meeting you. Laters. Okay, so now we're going to go wander around the island a bit this way. So we came up here before. I'm going to run up here to the top. One of the nice things about this game is they don't have a sprint exhaustion mechanic. So you can just keep running. So, nice big open area over here. And we're back by our ship. Now, we're going to pop up over here. See if I remember where this is. And there's a little path over here. So, as you can see, you just kind of end up wandering around down in here. There's a couple of little groves and stuff like that that you can come into. Nothing particular tends to happen in them. There's nothing hardly dangerous or anything like that. There is one place we will find before we go, but that's a little more off the beaten path. It's supposed to be easy enough to follow these paths. It really is, I promise. Okay, so straight up the middle. My bad. Whoops. And what do we have here? This looks like a base to me. And things and stuff and... Woohoo! Go us. We have lantern trees. Get a scan of that. I'll put that away. And you can pick lantern fruit. Come on over. Lantern fruits. Good for food, not so great for water. Whoops. Give me that back. Give me my fruit back. No. Give me my fruit back. Thank you. Oh, eat that. Oh. Stupid little cave dweller. Come here. Quick. I'll show you who's boss. Where's the other one? I heard that squeaking and I thought it was a bird. I should have known better. Where is he? He's around here somewhere. Alright, so I'm going to grab a lantern fruit. I'm going to bring that home. I'm looking for this little cave dude. I hate letting them chew on me. Come on, I hear you. He's somewhere. Come on, where are you? I just want to cut you. So there's some stasis rifle fragments in here as well. What is the little guy? I think he's stuck inside the tube over there. So we'll come back to that idea in a second. Okay, so here's the exterior Growbed. You can farm and grow underwater plants under here.
New blueprint acquired.
I believe we should be able to scan a Marblemelon. We'll grab 2 of these so I can show you how they go. So a Marblemelon, 12 food, 14 water. It's like one of the best foods you can find. Make sure you grab one of these. And a Chinese potato. And 12. See if I can't snag one here. See if one grew. Ah, there we go. Picked one. And that's also food and water. So we'll snag one of them as well. I'll grab one for lunch. So we'll grab some of those food stuff with us. They're very important to go grab. They are your best food sources outside of fish. Alright, I have had it with this little crawler. Where is he? He's going to get a knife in the uncomfortables. Come on, there you are. Where'd he go? I may have made a break for it. Did I get him? Think I did. Yeah, I don't see him anymore. Okay, so. Bulbo tree, lantern fruit, Marblemelon, and Chinese potatoes. These are things you want to make sure you find. While we're in here, you could also use this as a way to get a multi-purpose room. And you won't get the observatory here. That's going to be at one of the other locations. So we need to head inside the buildings. Look at this. We found a purple tablet. Woohoo! Okay, remember we found base beta? Now we have a purple tablet for it. Of particular interest on that, if we head over to the blueprints. Let me locate what we need. Alright, I'll find out what the problem is with that here in a bit, but I should have been able to get a blueprint to be able to make purple tablets, but we'll come back. Meanwhile, we're going to keep wandering through over here. It's easier to come down... It's easier if you come through downstairs and then, whoop, wander through. We have a data box. Ultra glide fins. Rock on. We can run faster. Or swim faster, I suppose is the correct term. Here's a PDA.
Integrating new PDA.
Son, I said wait for the storm to pass. Your life's more valuable to me than a plant patch.
You stopped being in charge when the ship you were captaining sunk.
I'll stop being in charge when you take charge of yourself.
Say, Chief. Chief,
What?
do you know how to drain those grow beds of 40 tons of stormwater? Or how to conjure food from the air?
I know how to prioritize.
I'm just saying, if that's so, What's your boy's life worth to you today? If tomorrow you're gonna be so hungry you start wondering what he tastes like, let him go deal with your plans.
Son, go deal with the plants.
Bard, Torgal has disembarked the habitat.
Interfere with my family again, and when rescue arrives, I will leave you here. Do you understand me?
No rescue coming, Chief. Not in time. No staying here neither. This rain keeps falling, sooner or later this place will be buried. Only choice we got is whether to get buried with it.
So a storm came through,
Acquired.
and they weren't able to get, they were basically getting swamped out.
Integrating new PDA data.
Now, next one. We just saw... here we go. Paul Targal's log, number 1, marooned.
Chief's log, 5 weeks since the crash. The only other survivors are my son, Bart, and Maida, the cut-price mercenary I commissioned for the journey. After days drifting in the life pod, rain hammering on the roof, the weather cleared and we washed up here. I had Maida salvage the Degasi wreck, set Bart to finding us a stable source of food. His education is paying off sooner than I'd anticipated. Our only problem is Maida. She says the weather's going to turn. I say she's finding excuses to risk our lives. I imagine she's not going to weaken her life without a physical altercation, and she's itching for a fight. In every judgment she makes, things go from bad to worse. If she had my experience, she'd have more faith. Humans have spent millennia specializing in how to shackle nature to our will. This planet won't cause us any new problems. My one task now is to keep us alive, as comfortably as possible, until the insurance company arranges rescue. In this part of space, that could be months, or even years.
So, Paul, the older father, and Marguerite, his mercenary hiring. I'm actually just eating some Bulbo so I can get rid of some water, or get some extra water. We're getting into it, and Paul's feeling like the mercenary doesn't know what she's doing, just because he doesn't trust her experience. So over here,
New PDA data.
we have Degasi Voice Log 3. And this is an important one to find. If you'll take a notice, before we came over here, I kind of wandered around over towards the base, come over towards this tunnel. You really want to find this one. I'll show you why in a minute.
You see, Chief, you brought us to this sodden planet. Told us we'd see a lush payday. Now what do we got some 6 weeks later? A dead crew, a habitat that's half buried, food washed away.
I suppose the executive decisions would be better left to someone with your extensive experience of hitting people in the face.
I know enough not to take unscheduled detours to uncharted planets. That's something you don't want to learn the hard way.
Easy to judge a decision in hindsight. Harder to come up with a plan of your own.
Got one already. We take what we can carry and hunker down in a cave somewhere. I scouted a site, a couple 100 meters deep, lots of metal deposits.
How do you imagine we'd live?
With ready access to building materials, like damn queens, a couple of water filters, a bioreactor, fresh fish. But Chief, we'll eat seaweed salad and drink our own urine if that's what it takes. All that matters is, do you got something better?
Send the coordinates to my PDA. I'll review your proposal.
So, somewhere along the way, Marguerite came up with the idea that they were going to go towards the Degasi base that we already found off in the jelly shroom forest. Here's another PDA.
Integrating new PDA data.
curious discovery.
What is that thing?
I don't know. I found it outside in the sand.
Part of another ship?
None I've ever seen.
It's not even scratched.
Don't fool around with it. It might be worth something.
Stand down, Chief. If it were gonna crumble to dust, it would have done so when I picked it up.
It's glowing.
We're not the first people to come to this planet.
People. Maybe. Could be aliens. Could be the damn sea monsters for all we know. One thing for sure, we ain't gonna find out by staying here.
So basically they found the purple tablet that we had just found underneath there and had a conversation about it. Now, there is a little bed of food. I think it's through this cave. It's not too far. I know it was nearby the main house. I believe it's over here somewhere. Let's see. It's around here somewhere. I love it when it goes dark. Can't find crap. This is not the farm. So there's a big farm full of lots of stuff just off the coastline. We're gonna go take a quick run around the island here. I'll see if I can't find it. Hey guys, so I'm still running around the outside of the island, but I thought this looked really cool and I just wanted to see it. There's kind of this little cove down here that's got a little land bridge that you can run across. And if you kind of wander over here, you'll get a better idea of what it ends up looking like. It's a great place to pull in a Cyclops or something like that as a docking location. It's basically thruster side of the Aurora. So, I'm still playing hide and go seek for this giant garden that's supposed to be out here somewhere, so I'll be back. Oh, there it is. Never mind. So, we come over to where this land bridge is. Where was I? Right there. Come around this way. And as you come down, if you hang a right, there's tons of extra crops down here. So if you need to go grab something, here's where you can go grab it. So don't think that you have to get the one or two just off the first base. You can come down and get some more down this way. And there is a bit more up here as well. And I'm going to have myself a Marblemelon. So little ones are 11 and 7. The big ones, well, as they decompose, they're not as much. Don't worry about them decomposing. It's not too big a deal. They don't actually completely go away. They just become nasty and inedible, but you can replant them. So the next thing we want to do, if you look way up there, actually it's probably a little easier if I come out a little bit more. If you look way up there, you can see 1 and 2 different little observatories on top of the mountain peaks. We're going to go up that way. So over here by our cave, our cove, I'm just going to walk over here a little bit. Ta-da! And we're here. And we're going to hike up this trail. And then it should fork. Maybe over this way? It shouldn't be hard to notice the fork. Okay, here we go. Here's our fork. One that way, one that way. We'll go left first. And here we go. And this is one of the little observatories that were out there. Here's an actual observatory that you can scan if you didn't get one earlier. Some more small mushroom things and a couple of little planters. Out here we've got another PDA.
Integrating new PDA data.
This island is a godsend. Look out of the window. No predators, fresh food.
No building materials, nothing left of the ship, and your kid says we're gonna starve without more grow beds. Speak up, kid.
It's true, Father. The natural growth rates are too slow to keep supporting us.
All I'm saying is ocean's got us surrounded. No use hiding. Sooner or later, we'll get our feet wet.
The rest of your life may have been a fight, Maida, but I've made my decision. You want to forfeit your emergency pay to take a swim? Go ahead.
Believe me, I'm thinking on it.
So from arrival, Maida and Paul were going at it. Alright, so now we're going to head back down. I forget where this goes particularly. Oh, this is the back way up. Okay. This is the way you can come up from the other side. Alright. That's fine. So there's some more stasis gun parts down here if you still haven't found them yet. And let's see, what else do we have in here? Some water. Ooh, a fern palm, which we apparently haven't scanned. Grub baskets. Basically, he just set up a bunch of flowers and stuff like that to try and figure out what's going on in there. I think I'm hungry and not thirsty. Nope, I'm thirsty. I need to go get some of those bulba plants.
Integrating new PDA data.
This is the first time I've seen sunlight in months. After all that time in the deep, I'd been dreaming of it. Now that I'm back here, I'm finding it hard to enjoy alone. Father was right. We should never have left this place. We shouldn't have gone so deep. They do not want us down there. Despite my best efforts, ill health is taking hold of me. The visions are getting worse. Marguerite and Father are now part of the ecosystem of this incredible planet. It's reassuring to know that when I go, I'll join them. Until then, well, there's always the view.
Well, so apparently everybody died. At some point they went too deep, and something down there didn't like them. Oh, not that button, this button. So, apparently Bart basically died at some point and lost Marguerite and his father Paul as well. So, well, it happened. Okay. Now, something of interest. We had found the Degasi base. Let's take a look for that. Let me pull up my beacon manager. So we've got a proposed Degasi habitat and another signal for the proposed Degasi habitat, which are both down there. Okay, interesting. Well, either way, both ways of finding out that the Degasi habitat was at 250 meters was there. So let me shut the 250s off. Now, the next thing you would expect to find is the next deeper base that they built. So apparently I missed one of the logs when we went over to the Degasi's base 2. So, oopsies. So I'll have to fix that up. So I'm going to check my little checklist here. Alright, so I got Paul 1. I got Bart 3. I got Degasi 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so we've seen those. Over at the Jelly Shroom base, Marguerite made his log. Speaking freely, that's 1. I got Bart 1 and 2, okay. I got Paul number 2, which is the one I'm missing. And Degasi 4, 5, and 6. So I'm missing just... great. I'm just missing Paul Torgal's log number 2, which would have given us the next signal for the Degasi base series. Alright, well, that's fine. We'll head back there and fix that up here in a bit. So for the moment, we've basically cleaned out what we need to from our new little island area out here. There's not too much else going on out here. We got our foodstuffs. That's the big point. One of our big points. And we also were able to scan the external beds. And if you hadn't gotten any of the internals yet, internal seabeds or some of the planters, then you would have had a chance to grab them down here too. So we're just gonna, let me think here. Trying to remember if there's anything else down here. So I think there's only one other thing to go do out here. Woohoo! Isn't that fun? Now, around here, there's a slave arch. Let me see if I remember where this is. Maybe about, might be up there? Let's see what I can find. That's not it. Why do I think it's in there? This is possibilities. What have we got in here? Aha! And yep, it was right out that hole. Okay. So down here, yeah, let me just wander all the way around it. It's going to be the first of the alien arches we can find. Now, this thing doesn't do much right now. This is why I called it a slave arch. The master arches can open up the slave arches. The slave arches can't do anything with the master arches. There's not too much else you can do down here. It's not like you can scan the environment or scan any of the artifacts or anything like that. It's just kind of a place to know that exists. I take that back. You can scan the alien arch itself. Seeing if Altera talks to me. So if we take a look, alien arch, there we go. Structures intended purpose unclear, theories of function, ceremony religious, industrial applications, advanced transportation network. Haha, there we go. Further research required. So anyway, that's what's down here. There's not a heck of a lot going on. So I'm going to go wander off, pick up the blue oyster, and we're going to head back towards the base. And then we're going to head over to the Jelly Shroom Caves. I think I can just dive out of here, right? Yep. That's if I don't kill myself. Rock on. Somewhere around here is my ride. If you were a sea moth, where would you be? And we'll just leave watching the giant floaters go by. So as always, thanks you all for watching. Please leave a like or a comment if you're enjoying this series. And I'll see you next time.
Welcome aboard, Captain.